Hi everyone, for this video I will talk about handling button events. I will divide this topic to two videos. The first part is basic and the second part is a bit advanced. By the end of this video you will understand how to deal with button click, hover and press. I will build a window with a button and text label. The label will display the button event state. It will display when it's hovered, when it's clicked and when it's pressed. So let's start. I start by copying the template to the folder of the video. I open the file and start by changing the title of the window to Part 1 Handling Button Events. I need to draw the button and the label. For this I will use Flex struct with vertical axis and center alignment. I set the first child as flexed to use it for the button. I set the button to be in the center by using layout.Center. I assign the button to a variable b. I need to declare the button btn. I set the text size to 16 and finally return b.layout. The second child of the flex is a rigid. Same as above, I will use layout.Center to center the label in the middle. I assign the label to a variable lbl. The string text will be put in a variable str, which I will declare above by assigning an initial text to it. I will also declare the color of the label, which is initially black. I set the label alignment to middle to center the text in the rigid. I set the text size to 16 and set its color to label color defined above, and finally return the label.layout. Let's compile and run the code. We have a button in the center and the text label at the bottom of the window, since flex take up the remaining space on the top of the rigid. Let's change the position of the label and make it a bit far from the bottom. For this I will add layout.spacer of 40 pixels. Run to see the effect. I think it's better like this. The label is now more visible than before. Now I will try to catch a click on the button. So if the button.clicked GTX need to move the creation of the new context one line above, since I'm using it while checking if the button is clicked. When the button is clicked, the message of the label should change. This message is saved into the variable str. The text color also will be changed to green. Let's see the new behavior of the button and the label. If I click the button, the text and the color of the label at the bottom change. I will check now when the cursor hover the button. I will copy the content of the if and change clicked to hovered. Change the message to button hovered and the text color to red. Try the new code now. The compilation failed. The hovered function doesn't need GTX argument. Let's fix that and run again. If I hover the button, the message changes and turns red. The issue is that the click doesn't work anymore because right when the cursor is on the button and before the click happens, the hovered function returns true and the label keeps displaying button hovered. This needs to be fixed. The fix will be implemented so that the message resets to its default state after a second or two. Let's go back and try to do that. Let's disable the check for hover and focus on the click only. We'll get back to the hover afterward. To allow the message to reset to the default after a second, we need to calculate the elapsed time since the time of the click. So we need a variable where to store the time of the click. I will name it clicked at of type time.time. After checking the click, I check if clicked at variable is not set by using is0 and the elapsed time is more than 1 second. If so, I will reset the text and the color of the label to their default. I will just copy the default values from above. Under the if clicked, I will need to set clicked at to time.now, which is the start time. And when the time is past 1 second, which is here, I will need to unset the clicked at variable. So the next check clicked.is0 will work fine. Let's run it now. It works as long as I keep moving the cursor. When the cursor clicks the button, then go outside of it and doesn't move, the message doesn't reset till I hover the button. When the cursor is not moving, Geo would go idle and doesn't check whether a second has elapsed or not. When I hover the button, Geo renders the frame and checks the time and notices the time elapsed is more than 1 second and reset the text and its color. So what I will do is run invalidate command each time the state is changed. Invalidate sends frame event and wakes up Geo to start working. I will copy the if test and paste it below. Change the condition to test before the end of 1 second. Here I am testing if the button is clicked and the elapsed time is still less than 1 second. Then send invalidate, so Geo checks the time. I will also call invalidate when the elapsed time is more than 1 second, so Geo keeps checking. And I will also call it when the button is clicked. In a nutshell, anytime state changes, I call invalidate. By state change, I mean clicked at, label color, or label text change value. Let's run now to see the effect. The click changes the label, whether I keep the cursor on the button or not, whether I keep it moving or idle, the label will reset, which is what we want. Now I will include the check for hover and press. For this, I will need to add a switch to deal with all the cases to handle the button events. The first case is testing if the time is set. In another word, we're testing if the button is clicked, because when it's clicked, the variable clicked at is set. I will take all the code under if clicked above and paste it down. The code moved will be replaced by just setting clicked at to the current time. The next case is testing when the button is pressed. If so, I will change the text and its color to blue, then call invalidate. And then the next case is testing when the button is hovered. I will copy and paste the whole press case and change press to hovered, change the text and the color to red. At the end, I will add the default case to reset the state and update the text and the color to default. Setting the clicked at variable to time.time with 2 curlies means unset the variable. Let's delete the old code to test the hover. Run now to see how it looks. Clicking the button changes the text. I need to wait a bit to see if the text reset. Unfortunately, it's not doing that. So let's go back and see why is that. Let's check block by block and try to find the error. If the time is set and it's more than 1 second, we change the text, the color, and set the clicked at variable, so everything is good here. If the time is set and it's less than 1 second, we don't need this part since we're testing inside the switch on the clicked at variable and outside the switch when the time is more than 1 second. So we'll invalidate in both cases more or less than 1 second. Checking now the first case, I see the error here. We shouldn't set the time here, right? Because it is set when the button is clicked outside the switch. I will also delete the commented code. The other cases are good. Run again. The hover behavior works correctly and the label resets as expected. Clicking still updates the label as before and it resets regardless of whether the cursor stays on the button, moves, or remains idle. The press action is also functioning properly. Overall, everything is working as intended. That's it for this video. The next one, I will build a custom clickable shape. Thank you.